Today, I'm finally telling the story behind one of the biggest and best DIY upgrades we've ever done, our main floor staircase. What started as a dirty, builder's grade eyesore turned into one of the most modern and beautiful features in our home when we did everything ourselves. Let me show you how we transformed these stairs from this to this. When we built this house, we did what most families do. We saved money anywhere we could just to get through the door. That meant base level finishes everywhere. The cheapest carpet, the most basic white railing, the builder's grade special. And for a few years we lived with it until one Christmas break I decided it was finally time to tackle the staircase. So step one was ripping out all of the old carpet, and honestly, this is one of the most satisfying parts of any renovation. It's also the part where you realize just how incredibly disgusting carpet really is. I got my utility knife out, I sliced it up, I rolled it out, I bagged it up, I hauled it out. Once everything was finally gone, I took a good look at what we were working with underneath. In older homes, sometimes you get lucky. You pull up that carpet and you find gorgeous hardwoods underneath. Treads that you could refinish, sand down, stain again, but ours were basically garbage wood. Plywood, particle board, totally unsalvageable, totally unusable, unless I wanted to paint them, which I didn't. So I went down to Home Depot and I grabbed 15 unfinished pine stair treads. We spent time choosing the right stain to match our floor LVP, and I lightly sanded and then pre-stained every tread before even cutting any of them for installation. And this is where the real work began. And I learned something surprising along the way. I assumed that all 15 stairs would be identical, but they weren't, not even close. This little tool saved the day. Every stair is like a fingerprint, slightly different widths, different angles, different depths. So here's what I did for each stair tread. Pry up the old tread, vacuum the space with my Dyson, use the stair tread tool to capture the exact width and angle of each tread, then mark out and cut on the new tread and install it using liquid nails and 2.5-inch black trim screws. That screw plus adhesive combo, it locks everything in perfectly so that the treads don't shift or pop over time. I repeated this 14 times. And yes, the bottom step needed some jigsaw magic and some specialty cuts, but it turned out awesome. Now we're gonna look at installing the risers. Once the treads were in, the risers were next. I bought 16 pre-primed risers. I painted them bright white and I cut each one to match the shape of the stairs. The good news, risers are way more forgiving than the treads. If you have tiny gaps on the sides or on the top or the bottom, caulk is your best friend and it makes everything look great. In no time, the staircase started looking clean, modern, and honestly, kind of like something out of a custom home. It really changed the look of this whole space. The stairs looked amazing, but the old craftsman style railing suddenly looked super out of place, so it had to go too. Today we're taking out this railing. We've got a metal banister that we're gonna put in place of this one, and a metal one to replace that little handrail on the side. I have no idea how this is installed or how to take it out, so it's gonna be an adventure trying to find it. The only thing I can find is, if I look really closely here, I've marked it with an X, but you see that little circle? That leads me to believe that there might be a hole right there with a lag bolt that's bolting this rail into the bottom, so I'm gonna try to dig that out and see if that's really the case. Hey, we were right. So there was a little notch, and then I just pried it out with a screwdriver. Inside that hole there is a little nut, and so I'm just trying to make this hole big enough I can fit my socket wrench in, grab that, and I think I should be able to pull this right off of its base. Now, I hired a local metal shop to make a modern, minimal railing. They delivered it right to my porch and I installed it myself with a few pilot holes and some heavy lag bolts. The whole thing took about an hour. Okay, so you're gonna tackle this project. Let's talk about cost. Most people assume that a staircase makeover like this is gonna cost thousands of dollars. Here's exactly what we spent. 15 stair treads, $254. 16 risers, about $346. Stain and paint, about $40. Screws and liquid nails, about $30. And that stair tread measuring tool, about $50. So right around $700 for this entire project. Compare that to hiring a contractor, which could easily cost $2,000 to $4,000, and this DIY saves you thousands. And there it is, the final reveal. We went from a dirty, builder's grade carpet staircase to a clean, modern, custom wood and metal showpiece. This is easily one of those projects where we get most of the compliments. And I know what you're thinking. No, the stairs aren't slippery. We've got kids and pets running up down these stairs all day, and they're totally fine. Would I recommend this project? Absolutely. If you have a free weekend, a few $100s, and the patience to measure and carefully install these stair treads, this is one of the most rewarding DIYs that you can take on. Listen, I have to do this. If you enjoy DIY projects like this, I post a new one every week. Hit like and subscribe and let me know in the comments what you want a full tutorial on, or if you want help with your own. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.